first song I want to address in terms of being misinterpreted may come as a shock to you stadium-dwelling sports fans, as while it's one of the biggest songs in that setting, it's about as far from macho as you can get. The song is, of course, Steam's Sha-Na Na Na, and for those of you having trouble placing the song, it's the one that goes, hey, 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 goodbye. Got it? Good. While you might think that this is about making somebody look bad or mocking the other team or something like that, it's actually a love song, and a very sappy one at that. No, I'm not kidding. When you look at the actual lyrics, they're written from the perspective of a man who's pining over another woman, and he's trying to get her to see that the man she's already with is actually emotionally abusive to her. The song mentions tears and crying and all sorts of other things that have no place in baseball. So next time this one comes up at the arena, remember that a hug and a kiss is far more suiting than some macho chest bumping. Speaking of love songs that aren't exactly what they seem, let's take a look at the disgustingly overused When a Man Loves a Woman that was originally written by Percy Sledge. So many artists have covered this song over the years that it's actually managed to chart in every decade since its first release, which shows that even after 45 years, people still haven't bothered to read the lyrics. If you did take the time to read the words, you'd find out that this song is all about one of the most unhealthy and overly dependent relationships ever. The song directly mentions quitting a job, dropping your best friend, allowing the woman in question to cheat on him, and all sorts of other great love things. So basically what the song is telling you is that when a man loves a woman, he becomes her step stool. Gosh, what a nice sentiment to base a lifelong love around, isn't it? The last song I want to expose for you guys today is honestly going to ruin the holidays for a number of you. And while I do apologize to some extent, I believe you deserve to know the truth behind one of the biggest Christmas songs ever. Do you hear what I hear? Though he didn't write it, Bing Crosby recorded the most well-known version of this song. And at face value, it pretty much retells the story of the birth of Jesus. But the folks who wrote the song had far different intentions and certainly a way with words, and there is a lot going on beneath the surface. Believe it or not, this song was written in the early 1960s as a response and plea for peace during the Cuban Missile Crisis. And no, I am not joking here. Stay with me, I'll explain. The lyrics were actually written by Noel Regney, who was living in New York City at the time. And as you might expect, the Big Apple was one of the biggest assumed targets of Soviet missiles. And he wrote these lyrics after, and you might want to sit down for this one, he was watching women pushing baby strollers down the street, and he began thinking of what the scene might look like if they suddenly exploded in flames due to a bomb dropping. Go ahead and listen to those verses again, and you can see this other context sitting there as plain as day. And in case you think I'm making this up, the authors themselves have said since the day it was written that this is what the song is about. And yeah, I guess I'm sorry that you'll never hear that one the same again. So there you have it, a few more songs that I hear being misinterpreted all the time. Now you've got the truth, so go spread it.